So I wanted to go over the kind of three things that I'm using to kind of guide my uh, my creating the martial arts courses. And the first thing is the taking on the idea of having a practice mentality. I just worked out, and so my hair is all over the place. But anyway, um, yeah, having a practice mentality. So I call this my rule of 3 months and 12 months. And that is basically whenever you start something new, usually you're not any good at it. And so you, I think what kind of gets in the way of a lot of people succeeding or sticking with something is that they immediately want to see results. And so what I kind of hold myself to is what I call the 3 month, 12 month, where I'm not going to hold myself to any results for the first 3 months. So in this case, because I'm working on these courses, if I don't sell a single course over the next 3 months, that's okay, as long as I stuck with the practice. So that's the only thing I'm going to hold myself accountable to is, did I work on my courses every single day? Not did somebody buy my course? Did somebody, say it was a good course? It's just to develop it. Because if you think about, most people kind of suck at first on anything. If you decide that you want to be good at drawing, and then you draw a picture and you realize how ugly it is, at least for me, I'm a horrible drawer. And so it's easy to just be like, yeah, I'm no good. I don't even want to do it. It's embarrassing. It's been 5 days. I still suck, And so to suspend all judgment of results for the first 3 months. And then the 12-month rule came from a quote that I had heard, which is, a year from now, you'll be glad you started today. That helped me get through a time where I had gotten pretty lazy and pretty fat, and I was getting back into shape. And, I wanted results right away. I wanted to be skinny right away. I hated how I felt. And, but that quote kind of helped me just ease into it and just say, you know what, like, I think I was in my 20s at the time. And so it was like, I can live the rest of my life in shape if I can just be okay with it, that however long it takes is however long it'll take. And so to me, the 12-month rule is to see success after 12 months. And, I've got in my mind what that goal is. So results in 3 months, success in 12. So that's a good kind of litmus test. And, we do that with our programs at our gym. We have a fitness program, and we do these 6-week challenges. My hair is annoying me because anyway, we do these fitness challenges, and they're like 6 weeks long, is our most popular, and we help people lose weight. But most people, they end up gaining the weight back. And they don't, and it's not because the process is wrong. It's that a lot of them come into the program just wanting a quick fix to their problem. And so they're already thinking, how long do I have to stick with this meal plan? Or, and so the program that we do, that's almost the exact same, it's just we frame it differently, where people actually get long-term results. We frame it more from the point of view of, we're not going to go after getting results right away. We're going to go after setting up habits and practices. Are these courses about Jeet Kune Do? Yes, they are, man. Dope Law, awesome. How much will a course be? I'm going to make it really cheap to start, because I just want to be able to cover the cost of advertising. I just want to get the practice of doing this, and so it's going to be really cheap, man. And it's gonna be some good stuff. I think you'll like it. I just want to get a lot of people checking it out and giving me feedback on them so that I can make them even better. So I appreciate the interest. So anyway, what was I talking about? I forget. I forget things so easily. It's what happens when you get punched in the head for a living, I guess. But going back to the program that we have, the people that do real well, we set them up with, look, we're going to judge your performance not by how much weight you lose early on, but by how well you stuck with the habits that we set up at the beginning. And those are the people that, and you usually end up losing weight pretty fast when you operate with that mindset, but you have to almost suspend it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing, taking on a practice mentality. So I've got a routine, and that routine, so this is the second part. So that's the mindset. That's the frame I'm going in with. My 3-month, 12-month mindset. Then 3 months, I'm not going to even look at results. And in 12 months, I'm going to be okay with 12 months before I even see success. The second thing is the strategy, the marketing strategy. There's a course called DM Labs. It stands for Digital Marketer Labs. And they presented a marketing strategy that I just love. It's a very authentic strategy. It's not sleazy. It's not trying to push people into a sale. It's called splintering. And it's essentially analogous to going on a date, to asking somebody on a date, where you just offer to buy them coffee, and then you offer to, so the idea is you take what you want to sell, and instead of trying to use fancy words and like kind of, oh, you're gonna miss out on this, and all these sales tactics to get someone to buy, instead what you do is you splinter it off. You pull out a piece of the course and you reduce the price on that, or you pull off a piece of that and you offer it for free. So that way people can actually kind of try it out a little bit, look at the course, see what it involves. So you're never asking anybody, you're kind of giving them a chance to see if they're interested in what you have to offer. And I really like that strategy. And so it's a strategy I've always really thought was just a really cool strategy and never had time to implement because of running my gym. But now I'm kind of excited to actually do that. So I'm going to be having these courses, and I'm going to splinter them off with ebooks. I'm actually going to start, well, anyway, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to splinter them off into free ebooks to give people a taste, as well as having a private group. We actually do have a private group called Martial Arts Austin. I'm going to change it though. I'm playing with names. I'm leaning towards the name Renegade, the Renegade Martial Artist, and I'll talk about why later. But so the third piece of this that I'm approaching this through, the third lens, is there's a program by a guy named Eben Pagan. And Eben Pagan, anytime that guy speaks, any program that I have of his, I feel like I learned so much from that guy. Anyway, he has a program called Wake Up Productive. And it's an amazing program, totally worth getting. It's a 12-week program. When I first did that program, it completely, like there are a lot of things that helped me get my gym set up. But I would say that my first real foray into a solid work ethic in regards to marketing and running a gym came from doing that program. And it essentially boils down to having some sort of morning routine that you do to strengthen you and set you up for a good solid day of good work. So put yourself in a solid, strong position, which is what this is for here. Because when I talk about making these programs, when I talk about this, it gets me excited. I mentioned that in yesterday's video, and I know my wife doesn't want to hear me talk her ear off every single day, so that's why I want to use these videos, is because it gets me excited, gets me in a place of power and not of fear. And then the second part is you start your day off with a 2-hour chunk of uninterrupted time that's dedicated 100% to your highest priority activities that are not urgent but are important. And that you look at that not as like, oh, I have to do this work, but rather from the perspective of, I get to set aside all the things of the world and just enjoy this 2 hours of uninterrupted time. So you look at it as almost a gift to yourself. Anyway, so those are my 3 strategies. My goal is to never make these videos over 10 minutes because I'm such a rambler. So as we're coming up to the 9:30 mark. So 1, 3 month, 12 month. 3 months for results, 12 months for success. 2 is using the splintering method of marketing, the try before you buy. And 3 is the Wake Up Productive, blocking out pieces. And I'm going to end it right now.